It's a beautiful day for some DSA, and welcome back to the Cozy Club, my friends. My name is Cozy Gamer, and for today's video, my friends, Sensational Six Part 2 is here. Mickey, Minnie, and Pluto are joining the arena. Now, at first, just first notes, I know as a fan, we're all just pumped to have Mickey Mouse, Minnie, and Pluto, and the whole gang ready to play with. Now, in today's video, we're going to be doing my first impressions. We're going to look a little bit at the playthrough event on how we unlocked Mickey, and then their overall initial stats and some of their kit. Now, we're going to be doing the full in-depth guide to all the characters, the Sensational Six, the synergy, what's important, who's the best plug and play, and everything else, probably on Monday or Tuesday. But if you guys want to see more testing, I will be live on stream tonight at 6 p.m. PST to be showcasing this team at max capabilities, testing them out with other defenses and things like that. And then also, we've got the finals for the best Christmas tournament. So if that's your thing, come on over, check the description below, leave a follow. Guys, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. We're going to take a quick look at the team, but they are here. They're cute as ever. And honestly, they're looking pretty solid. Now, we'll get to my impressions at the very end. And with the in-depth guide, I'll give my final Cozy certified impressions. But let's jump on over, take a look at the event. And my friends, if there's one thing that they nailed with this event, it is absolutely the art department. Now, whether it was Beauty and the Beast, Big Hero 6 before that, the art department and the graphics, in my opinion, they keep stepping it up. I mean, for a mobile game, they're pushing the envelope, and it's breathtaking. I mean, truly, on a phone, this is such a great looking game. We get to play through Main Street freaking USA, guys. It's my favorite environment. Now, first off, I've got to say, with this beautiful environment that we're about to jump into, I hope that these get on rotation and like PvP so that we can start playing through these gorgeous things like more and more rather than the same like dingy dungeon that we're kind of in all the time. And they can cycle through some of the really cool places we've been, whether it's like Onward or even what like you guys are looking at right now, this Main Street USA. So really pumped about this coming to the game. This environment alone has me pumped. But guys, let's go ahead. Let's talk about kind of what the pros are to this team and what I'm seeing at first. So first impressions, Minnie Mouse is absolutely insane. She's gonna have a triple charm. You guys can see right here, triple charm is gonna be the new Sheriff of Nottingham, if you will, the new Fairy Slumber. I mean, that if you thought Flotsam and Jetsam were annoying, just you wait, because my gosh, it's crazy. Tenacity is gonna be more important than ever, and we're gonna jump into that. But Minnie Mouse, hard hitter, very solid offense. We'll take a look in a second here. But Minnie, let's start with her. You're gonna have her offense stats right here. This is her maxed out T8 stats. You're gonna see her at huge 26.32 offense, good speed at 128, which is kind of the new staple speed. I'm seeing a lot of characters, all the mythicals, the kingdom characters at 128. So hopefully that's their way of making speed not as important, but very solid stats. If there's one thing to take away, all of the Sensational Six characters have great stats in one way or another. Donald Duck has incredible health and attack, or mechanics to attack. Goofy, great health, speed off daisies off the charts. And then also, obviously, you have people like Minnie, Mickey, and Pluto that have pretty solid stats as well. So with Minnie Mouse, you're going to have a new debuff. You can see it on the field there for a second. It is called Sweeten. It looks like a candy wrapper. And essentially, very strong debuff in the raids, and also a way to kind of give your team more survivability. So when you hit an enemy with Sweeten on it, you're going to be taking 25% of that damage back as health. And so it's a way to kind of get rid of the poisons in raid to make them also raid viable. But PvP, my friends, is not going to be where this team excels. If that's something that you're super highlighted on defense, this team is going to hold up very well. Sorcerer's Tournament, if you have a hard time holding your spot, this is the team to hold your spot. I mean, that's blatantly obvious. They're going to be a tough team to crack through. Club Conquest, also very amazing game mode for this team. They're going to be giving people headaches for weeks until we can figure them out all together. But my friends, I hope that this is a hint at new game modes involving defense. I hope that we got the PvE game mode with the raids. I'm hoping with PvP, we get a game mode where we can set our teams on defense and go one-on-one versus another person. Or we can do a different kind of adventure with defensive rossing teams, because it's going to be important to know mythical teams. It's going to be important to know what can beat a kingdom team, and to know this, but it's going to be all thrown at you at once we get this new game mode. So I think this is going to be one of the elite defense teams. However, in PvP, they're just not going to hold up because of the lack of speed. We'll get to that in a second. Looking at this, again, animations, they nailed it beautifully. I think that Daisy Duck and her extension of buffs is going to be a real pain in the butt. Mickey Mouse's leadership looks insane. But guys, Pluto. I mean, it's incredible altogether. Look at this. We're getting a 4. Look at the 4 taunt right here, guys. 4-turn taunt right here. Completely insane. Pluto's got great animations who can assign taunt and do great things, and then Minnie as well. This team really feeds off a few things. First of all, they're probably the most synergized team out of all of the teams right now. They've got a lot of synergy going. They really rely on basic attacks, a lot of assists. They're going to be healing through assists. They're going to be calling each other. So their basic attacks are probably some of the most important things to take a look on other than Pluto. But guys, defense heavy, basic attack heavy, and assist heavy is going to be the big things. But they also have great abilities to highlight that, feeding each other magic and kind of just keeping this cog going. It looks to me like this is going to be one of the better mid-tier teams, definitely for like PvP, or if you're kind of mid-game, this is going to be a great team. And again, it's going to be an in-game team as far as Sorcerer's Tournament and other defensive modes. So altogether, there's the sweet mechanic. Looks to be a great debuff. We've got multiple debuffs come in with new characters, and we're over that 100 character mark, which is exciting in its own. This game is growing at such a fast rate. And that's my first encouragement, guys. Don't feel overwhelmed to get these characters right away. Now, it depends. If you're a hardcore Mickey fan, go for it. Monday, I'm going to give my Cozy certified whether you should go for them or not. And on stream today, we're going to really figure that out as well. But there you go. We've got the trophy right there, my friends. You're looking at it. A pretty cool trophy there. Gotta love that. I like that little touch that they added. Let's go ahead and jump into some of these stats and start looking at some of these characters. So jumping into, we've got prestige battles, which is important, and that's a nice thing to highlight. Essentially now, there's reasons to finish these events. There's some really rare materials, but let's go ahead and look at these characters. So starting off with Minnie, we already looked at her stats. Looking at her abilities, she's got like a nice little bouncing Betty type of like bouncing to one random opponent to the other. We've got the triple charm we've already talked about, completely insanity. And then we've got surprise, which is going to be hitting some massive damage, giving speed meter to Mickey, and then 1 magic. Mickey and Minnie got that synergy, kind of like Donald and Daisy, so I like that all together. And then you're going to have more charm synergy with Minnie Mouse. She's the charm queen, if you will. Looking at Pluto, Pluto's got some of the best animations. And really looking at the Sensational Six, there's 6 of them, right? Like Big Hero 6, you're going to have to leave 1 off. In my opinion, right now it's between Pluto and Goofy. It's going to really depend between the 2 of them and who you're facing, who you want to leave off. At first thought, probably Pluto when you're on defense, and then you're going to want Pluto on offense. That's probably what I'm looking at. But here we go. We've got a basic putting defense down. Again, we're going to get into their entire kits on stream and on Monday's video. But overall, I think Pluto's a pretty solid unit that can assign taunt. And most importantly, actually want to highlight this, Pluto can assign tenacity down. Just in case you don't know what tenacity down is, essentially Beast, all these different characters, when you have a harmful effect, that's going to use the potency stat, and it's going to measure up against tenacity, right? And it's going to say, can it meet it? And if it can, it's going to then inflict a harmful effect on the enemy. Higher tenacity, the lower chance for the harmful effect. So with triple charms out there, it's going to be more important than ever. Or if you want to guarantee to silence on Elsa, who has high tenacity, or Beast, you can throw the tenacity down with Pluto. So overall, this isn't going to, just kill your investment on Beast or anything like that. Mickey Mouse is a legendary character, but he's like a pseudo-legendary. He's not Elsa, Baymax, or Beast. His stats don't line up that way. He's a defense legendary, guys. Get that right now. If he's a defense legendary, he's not going to be running the arena. Now, he's going to be a great plug-and-play, but he won't be running the arena. Now, looking at Pluto's T8 stats, very solid offense as well. He's an offense character, so you would want that. Same speed like we talked about earlier. Pretty good health, and altogether, baseline good stats, tenacity and potency especially looking pretty solid. So lastly, let's take a look at the mouse himself. We're going to be looking at Sensational Six all together on Monday and today's stream. But my friends, if you're a hardcore PvPer, this isn't the team. This isn't gonna raise you up the meta. You're not gonna be held against this. Now, I did plug Mickey into my Kingdom team. If you guys haven't seen it, go see my Kingdom video from the other day, because Mickey is going to plug into that basic team with Robin Hood, because let's talk about how crazy Mickey is and what he isn't, right? We talked about what he isn't. He's not like the hardcore legendary character that's going to be running shop. But looking at the synergy and of the assists, like we talked about earlier, looking at his passive on Sensational Six performing assists, they're going to be restoring health. And then he'll be calling different characters, Pluto to do a special, Minnie to do her thing, putting Sweeten out on the field, and putting Vulnerable on the field, which is going to go great with people like Dash. Daisy pairs up perfectly with Minnie, giving magic, so I think that's a great combination. But again, more in depth later on. Now, this all together, this thing's insane. Moana, Stitch, these hard-hitting basic attack characters are going to benefit this. He's going to call every freaking teammate on the team, guys, to attack random targets, and then they're going to be healing. And if that's not enough, you've got Disneyland forever. Shout out to California. And guys, this is like a mini show yourself. It's not going to be, the numbers aren't as crazy as show yourself, but a very cool ability overall, and really visually just beautiful to see. Again, check it out on stream tonight. We'll be getting the whole video out on Monday. And then lastly, you've got his leadership, which again, they're going to fall off in PvP because of the lack of speed. They have things that can keep them up with attacks and counterattacks and assists, but it's not going to hold up at the top of the game. If you're mid game or you're like kind of near end game, this is a solid team. They've got a lot of synergy. If synergy is your thing, if not simplistic kits, but if a kit that really speaks to itself very easily is something that you want, this is a team to invest in my opinion. But if you're not, then skip it, right? So guys, they get bonus speed, they get bonus offense, they get bonus defense, and then looking at the bottom there, they're going to start the battle with haste, harmful immunity, and defense up. If you don't have a Baymax or a way to purge that, you're not going to be landing any harmful effects. And so harmful effect heavy teams, like continuous damage teams, or super silence, they're going to struggle against this team on defense. So excited to see how they do on defense and Club Conquest overall. Mickey Mouse has a great chance to be a very solid plug-and-play character and good with Duo and Minnie. Here's his stats right here. 126 speed, kind of baseline stats, kind of that jack of all trade that we've talked about. They're downtown heroes, so they're not going to get synergy outside of someone like Calhoun. But my friends, at the very least, the legendary status alone is for who Mickey is as a character. I mean, it's just so cool to have it. Guys, check out the size comparison. Like, look at Mickey, right? Look how small Mickey is, and then let me put him with like Jack. Look at this. Look at this size comparison. He's freaking, first of all, Jack's just like ginormous. I don't know why Jack is so big. But let me show you guys like Gantu. Look at this comparison. Man, I love how tiny he is. So overall, this is my first impressions. I think they've got some of the best synergy in the game. I think Pluto's looking fun. I think Minnie is insane and Mickey is great too. We're going to be getting the strategy out. We're going to get everything out for you guys a little bit later. But hopefully you guys enjoyed today's first impression video, what I think of the team overall. And I will let you guys know early next week what this team is capable of for the entire synergy guide, what makes them all click together, and how to understand the team in the fullest. Now, guys, shout out. We are 10,000 subs close. We're right there. We're getting there, my friends. We got 13 days to hit the goal. Help out if you haven't. Join the Cozy Club today. I'll see you guys on stream later for the best Christmas tournament. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. And until next time, my friends, stay cozy.